Hello there, I've heard that you've been having some more troubles.
What is it?
I can't believe Grimbjorn sent you alone, If you do not get in the way and do as you're told, perhaps you might be useful. Hey, hold it, remember last time I was here I saved you. So what do you need?
We rarely receive visitors of any sort in Limlock.
Well, I just hope you don't go around sending me to chop wood and collect chickens. We rarely receive visitors of any sort in Limlock. Hertha visits from time to time when she's not guarding the pass, but she grew up here and this is her home. Now then, what of Hunolf? He left here against my better judgment. I see. I'm saddened to hear of this passing. His companion Vascon is still here in Imbok, resting from his wounds. He will recover. You should speak with him by the well. Alright, I'll do so. Thank you. Ooh, right, let's speak with them. And there's a Vascorn right over there. Yep, right by the well.
I was attacked by a warg rider on my journey from the Thornholt.
Heinleaf, is that you? Yes, I was attacked by a warg rider on my journey from the Thornholt into Limlock. I will recover in time. Is it true that Hunolf's dead? If only I could have made that journey with him, he would still be alive. Poor Hunolf, a true friend. I'm glad that Hunolf was able to warn you about what we've seen. It has grown never dire in the Thornholt. Fiskvat was a fool, refused to leave with us. He stayed behind due to his stubbornness and love for the Thornholt honey. I fear he will likely perish. Threckmoth the elderly sadly died on our journey to Limlock. He was slain by the Taragrim. Taragrim! Yes, the Taragrim have been greatly angered by recent events. I believe the intrusion of the orcs of Gundabad and purifying the woods by the elves has pushed them into an absolute frenzy. Oh, Pineleaf, you can trust the dwarves here. They saved my life multiple times on the journey. And perhaps you know from them your times in Eridmithrin? Alright, I will check on them. Yes. Oh yeah, now remembering Vascorn. I presume he means these dwarves. Hello there, Ruzat.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Oh, is this the kind warden, Pineleaf? Indeed, you must remember the humble Ruzat, once again at your service. Yes. Yes, I've heard of their heroics accompanying the Bjornings from Thurnholt to Limlock. Why, you already know of our journey then, or at least some of it. Word travels quickly in the vales, does it not? If Grimbjorn knows of our plight, surely he will accept our plea. He's thinking on it, yes. I suppose you find it odd to see a Longbeard, a Staudax, and a Jaruka traveling together, no? I admit it's odd, but believe it or not, I've been doing traveling with such a group already, yes. Well, I will let Agator explain in detail, for he says that I rarely arrive to the point in the conversation in a timely fashion. He may be. Maybe, my friend. Well then, what's the point?
It is good to see you well.
Yes, it's good to see you well. It was not long after you left Starhard that Noth here and some others traveled from Erebor to assist us. Alas, our efforts took a turn for the worse. Some blamed the lack of leadership. Others were blamed for a failure to work together. I believe it was Gundabad that caught us off our guard. Yeah, Gundabad is starting to catch people's attention. Starhold is well defended, but for how much longer? Oh, Scarhold! Oh, boy, is my accent wrong. Yes, yes, the raiding parties from out of Gundabad are emboldened, and their numbers grow stronger with each passing day. What leadership there was at Scarhold sent emissaries from each clan to entreat the Bjornings for assistance. We decided first to seek out the Bjornings at Darhold as at Skorhus. I'm glad we got there when we did, or they would not have been they've been slaughtered by an approaching warband. That was when we realized these Bjornings have had no contact with the Vales in years. We offered to escort them to safety as a gesture of goodwill towards their people. Only hardship has found on our journey here. The path was never be clear of the evil that dwells in those woods. Now, we await word from Grimbjorn. I hope he and the Bjornings will aid us. Perhaps there is something we can do. I've heard that Bjornings like good trophies as gifts, accepting them as a show of respect and goodwill. Yes, some warg pelts would do, would it not? Would you mind gathering some warg pelts for us? We are still resting from our arduous journey. Well, alright, I will. I will see about that warg pelts. Now, who else do I need to speak with? Let's speak with Runeraker Notbeard again. Now that I have spoken to his companions.
Now then, I hope you are a fighter.
You don't remember me from last week, huh? Yes, the orc assaults would be much trouble for Limlock were it not for the additional warg attacks. Limlock will fall soon if something's not done. I will not be making you stay a comfortable one. No, for Grimbjorn has sent you to assist us, and assist us you shall. I hope you're not having me chop wood. No, I hope not.
Yrsa has informed me that we do not need your help to keep Limrock safe.
Well, I'm not so inclined to believe that. I'm glad that you. Yes, I'm glad that you disagree also. Oh, how I missed the years before the orcs and wargs came. In those days, we could leave Limlock vacant all day while we wandered about the wilds. I would prefer to return to that peace we knew before my time's end. Seek out my kin in Limlock and assist them. They will be reluctant, but I have put you to work, and my word is the rule here. Report back to me when you have finished your tasks. Protecting Limlock, walls of brambles, spice from Gunabad, and depleted store. Oh, they are going to have me chop wood, aren't they? Hello there. Anything I can do to help?
Have you heard that spies from Gundabad watch Limlock even now?
Yes, I am Seakild. Thera is my twin sister. Have you heard that spies from Gunabad watch Limlock even now? I can never seem to spot them, But I know they're across the river, skillfully patrolling the flood fells. You must defeat them to prevent the arrival of more raiding parties. All right, kill spies. I can do that. Yes, kill spies to keep them from spying. Hello there. What do you need me to do?
You must be the outsider.
Yes, if Father Runerick says you're welcome, then I have no trouble with you, right? Right. Mother Ursa says I should reinforce the palisades with brambles. I've gathered all the brambles to be found nearby. Would you gather the brambles found further from Nimlok and apply them to the fortification? Well, gather brambles, chopping wood, about the same area, aren't they? Well, Earthred, what do you think of this place so far?
This seems a good enough place to rest for a bit.
As long as the orcs don't attack, the wargs don't attack, we don't get the trolls coming in and pounding things to pieces. Yeah, as long as the wood trolls don't decide to join in with the orcs, everything should be all nice and nifty.
Now, where shall the past take us in the Floodfells?
Yes, I have been reading what was written down thus far, Pineleaf. Our expedition to Avabarg has shed new light upon the past of my people. The Aithuda's urgency to find a better home is quite interesting. I myself have never dreamt of any home but Rohan. Now, where shall the past take us in the Floodfells? As we know, Frumgar was weary of life in the vales, and so he led the Aithuda north, blooding their spears to the orc and warg as they rode. Perhaps we could offer assistance to the Bjornings in the Floodfells by defeating some of the enemies that threaten them. I am sure they would be happy of that. It would also allow us to better understand the hardships endured by the Aithuda as they traveled north. When the path is clear and safe, let us convene in the White Mare. It is all that remains of the Altha's short stay in the Floodfells. Alright, I will. Is that an inn? Is that a tavern? Is that a a ship? Is well, okay. It's unlikely to be a ship. I will grant you that. Hello there, Thera.
Have you lately seen the stores in Limlock?
Yes, I am Thera. Seakild is my twin sister. Now, a question for you. Have you lately seen the stores in Limlock? They're nearly empty. I blame all of you outsiders. Ha! Oh, you want to replenish our dwindling stores? Then you should gather fish and nuts for us. I knew they were going to send me to do something like that. Yes, yes, some of us Bjornings do eat fish, and Grimbjorn does not, but when you live where the cows and fields are plentiful, you need no fish to survive. The Floodfells can be a harsh place at times, but still does it provide well for us. The fish that reside in the rivers nearby are a resource, just as the nuts that grow in the trees and bushes. So I need to gather fish and nuts. Yeah, well, this is going to be quite a bit. And finally, we have Eustace Spearwife.
Runerick sees something useful in you that I do not.
Yes, I'm Yrsa, and I don't see anything useful in you. He is a good warrior, a better thane, and even greater husband. Do not cross him, and do not cross me. Understand? Fine. If Runerick asks you to assist us, I will still my tongue for now. Look around you. See the palisades in ruin? We need them repaired immediately. Find dead trees in the floodfells. They will provide the wood to repair the palisades. Do not tell me when you are finished. I'll know. Cut down dead trees and gather wood from trees. Yes, I knew it! I'm being sent to collect wood! I just knew it. Now, I wonder if the wargs these goblins are riding on are suitable for collecting pelts, or if those goblin backs have ruined the pelts for any type of usefulness as a trophy. Personally, though, simply being used as trophies is probably a reasonable thing too. Well, apparently it is at least satisfying some of what I need to do. That's good. Well, I think killing the warg riders is probably a good idea no matter what, right? Right. Well, let's get rid of as many of these things as possible. Oh boy. Well, this day's never going to be done probably. Now, there's a warg that looks like has a, I was going to say nice pelt. Maybe that's not anything you could say about a warg pelt. But if I apply the spear properly, it should be able to make a nice trophy for Grimbjorn. Of course, that means if I use the spear properly, and this warg doesn't eat me for dinner, which it seems to be what it's trying to do. Hey, what are you doing? Whew. Yeah, that's a nice pelt. I am expected to chop down this entire tree and bring it whole back to the camp. These guys are worse than Grimbjorn! Good grief! Let's send a hobbit to chop down trees. Ah, a fishing net. Yes, it looks like we'll have some decent eating tonight. Takes care of that, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more fish along the river if I just search long enough. If it weren't for all the reeds! Ah, yes, the reed, the arch enemy of the Hobbit. Now, some may think that the arch enemy is the ridge. Maybe it's just things that begin with R. Well, maybe not the Rohirrim. Okay, maybe it's not things that begin with R then. This region certainly has large-sized nuts. And good grief, what are these, coconuts or something? Bad enough carrying 10 logs, but now I need to find and carry some brambles too. Oh, this is going to hurt. Ouch, 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 ouch. Maybe I won't find any more. Yeah, I'm not going to be that lucky. I must admit that when you said to go to the White Mare, I was expecting a tavern or an inn of some sort. But this is a rather impressive carving here. And what's even more impressive is that it's not completely overgrown over the years.
The White Mare!
We could see the White Mare in the distance at Limlock, but now that we stand upon it, I meant all. Behold the white stones, for they depict the shape of the horse that the Eye Thuda cherished. What prompted this, I wonder? Could it be a symbol of strength, or a mark of territory? Did it raise the Eye Thuda's spirits and frighten their enemies? I will continue to study the White Mare a little while longer. Well, it doesn't look too different from many of the symbols I've seen in Rohan.
I do hope that you will continue further north with me.
You've been an outstanding guide on the journey. I do hope that you'll continue to journey further north with me. As you can see, my people did only pass through the Floodfells. They did not settle here. The white mare may signify that journey. It's also the journey that we must take. I mentioned to the Bjornings at Limlock that I plan to travel to Mist Hollow. I was told that Starkig's encampment was Feast. Perhaps that would be a safe place for our next travel? We could ask Skarding for advice at Mist Hollow, since he may know more than we. Alright. I will meet you there, but I have a few more things to take care of. Over in Limlock. Oh, looks like a spy. I was wondering if there were any around even. Apparently there are. At least they're not those sneaky goblins that you can't ever see before they jump out of the grass and stab you in the back. These may be easier to find. Good. Finally back, but work's not done. I still need to place these brambles to surround the fortress. And of course, I need to find some... Ouch. Walls and needing a repair, such as right over here. Okay. Good. Carrying those trees is quite tiring, I can tell you that. Especially when the trees weigh, I don't know how many times more than I do. But that'll be all for me, and they're going to be lucky that there's any of those food left for them to eat after I get finished with it. Whee! Ah, yes. The white mare is quite visible just outside of Limlock. Sure, there's a better view somewhere else. But I better pack up these provisions before I eat them all. Ah, good. There's still plenty left for them. I only ate what would have overflowed. No problem whatsoever. And that's a good ending for this day. And what does he want me to do next? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Legacy of Durin.